had a storm of confusion, right? Anyone have any storms of confusion? They just don't know what the heck God is telling them what to do. And so I met this priest. It was the Holy Spirit. He said, come out to Louisiana and hang out with me. And have a whole week of a silent retreat to discern and to pray and to be with me, okay? So I had prepped for like months for this event, because this priest was like a big deal. I was like, oh, he's a holy man, and I'm going to hang out with him, and good things are going to happen. And so I prepped, and I prepared, and I remember I flew out across the country to this priest I didn't even know. He picked me up at the airport. I'm like, okay, what's the plan? I'm like, you know, I'm kind of a type A. I want to know the plan, what's going to happen. I'm a kind of a control freak, like most of us here. What's the plan? And he's like, okay, you have two choices. And I'm like, sweet, there are choices. All right. He's like, first choice. I'm like, yeah. He's like, you can come, and we can just dive into all your stuff. And it could be messy and painful, like all of that stuff, and those lies, and we can just dive in. And I'm like, yeah. Or, he's like, or, number two, you can have a long week with the Lord. And you can go on long walks with Him. And you can let Him gently touch your wounds. And you can sit at His feet and let Him love you. Now, I knew the right answer. I was like, can I pick both? He's like, no, let me tell you what we're going to do. Number two, as he said that, starts driving, and I just start bawling. Okay? You know, I just start crying in this poor, you know, like, again, that's not, you know, I'm like bawling in this guy's car. I don't even know this priest, this poor priest. God bless him, pray for him. He looks over, and I'm like, you know, just sobbing. And he, you know, girls, we know what to do when ladies cry. You know what I mean? Like, someone starts crying, we're like, mayday, mayday, they're crying, come in. Kleenex, makeup, go, rub a shoulder, someone parachutes down. We know, ladies, right? I could be in another room, and I'll smell tears, and I'll be like, ladies, someone's crying, let's go. All over there, like, yeah, you know, we're on it, right? We'll talk about that in our ladies section. But the guy, God bless you guys. So a lady starts crying next to you, and he's like, want a burger? You know? He doesn't know what to do with it. God bless him, you know? So, yeah, but I love you, gentlemen. So this poor priest, he's like, what's going on? And I looked at him with total sincerity. And I said, I'm afraid he's not going to show up. I'm afraid that I've traveled across the country to get some answers, to have God like come into all this stuff, and I'm afraid if I really open my heart, if I really give Him everything, if I really expose those roots, nothing's going to happen. Isn't that our fear? Isn't that what the fear of the disciples were, the apostles on the boat? Like, it must be a ghost. There's no way that our God could come to me. Like, how many times do we think that? We come to these conferences, we see our friends and say, no, 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 God comes to them. They're holier, or they're prettier, or they're better, but He's not going to come into my stuff. He's not going to come into my wounds. He's not going to come into my junk. Like, He doesn't love me that much. And if you are here today, and that is your belief, I want you to know that our God is real as the thunder is in the sky, comes to you with a message that I'm here, and I'm coming for you. This weekend, I am coming for you.